as a matter of public safety, in the 2001 code update, the city said that where at street intersections and particularly where driveways enter a street, that vehicles should have a good line of sight so they don't run over pedestrians on the sidewalk and they don't pull out into traffic. And those requirements are codified in the code right now. What the code change is, it allows the city engineer to modify those requirements, to increase them or decrease them or to even eliminate them as the city engineer sees fit. What I just handed out to you was the project in La Jolla Shores where 2-car elevators and 2 other parking spaces pulled. The building was right at the property line and the street curb is right at the property line, and opportunities for 4 vehicles to pull directly into the flow of traffic without any visibilities whatsoever. That was approved and adopted by the city engineer, contrary to what the municipal code says right now. So my question is, if this is the kind of judgment that the city engineering department makes in approving a design which is absolutely opposed to the municipal code, why should we codify it, give them the ability to make more decisions like this? It's a matter of public safety. Now, why does it come up now? Well, it's because the city is being sued for not enforcing their existing ordinance. And I happen to believe, Joe, this is another attempt to try to make legal something which was illegal before. But that's not the point. The point is, these are issues of public safety. We have a lot of people coming in and out of our community that don't live here, visitors. There's a lot of traffic in this town. And I think we need to maintain those codified visibility areas at our intersections and not make them go away. Not open up the opportunity to make them go away for whatever reason.
Well, I agree with you, but this particular project has been approved by the planning
I
commission.
merely pointed out, I'm not arguing this project, it's a done deal, okay?
But the
I'm merely
concept-
pointing out,
the
that
concept
this was the
is
kind of decision that the city engineer made, and if this code is changed, it's gonna allow him to make more, these decisions will now become legal, and he can make more of them, and I don't think that's a good thing.
Maybe you don't understand, they're proposing to change the code to make this legal, is that what you're saying?
Code is what will allow the engineer to decide to offer some flexibility, to change the requirement.
As he did here. Okay.
Is item 24 will permit that?
I make a motion that we oppose the proposed change on item number 24. And
Now, wait a minute. The present situation is that the city engineer can make a change.
No,
No.
the present engineer, the
No.
municipal code says that you have to provide visibility
So
areas
they are
at these
proposing
different situations.
That the
So,
that the
And the
engineer
proposed
could
change is,
Okay,
it gives the city engineer the ability
right.
to change those, to even eliminate them, or sometimes increase them. If the code change was to allow him to increase them, I would be accepted of it. If it
Yes.
allowed him to reduce them or even eliminate them, which is the change, I don't think is a good thing in terms of public safety.
so my motion would be that we oppose the proposed change and recommend continuing with the existing visibility triangle requirements.
Well, from what Phil just said, it might make more sense to simply recommend that he not be allowed to decrease the requirement, but to increase it at his discretion. But on the other hand, the
That's
other
not
thing
my
that you're
motion.
raising is whether there's some arbitrariness to the engineer, or is it really
Always.
the city engineer who's supposed to do that, or should it be some safety authority? Should it be the police? I mean, it's not clear.
You know, if we don't trust the city engineer, we're in a whole heck of a lot of trouble. You know,
Well,
the
I
city
guess we're in a
engineer-
whole heck of a lot of trouble.
The city engineer is the
We
top
are.
level.
Wait, Barbara.
Do we have a second to this motion?
Do we have a second?
We were just trying to frame what it should be.
Okay.
Yes, we do. I made a motion, Fran.
We do have a motion.
Yes.
Okay, we have a motion and a second.
Will you restate your
Excuse me,
motion,
my motion is that we oppose the proposed change and that we are in favor of continuing the existing visibility triangle requirements.
Second.
This is proposed change to item number 24.
Okay, already seconded by Mr. Ragsdale.
Okay, I don't need
Yeah, but
that.
so you're
So,
gonna-
to finish my comments, I think this one is another one that came out of the Whitney thing, not to provide legal defense for them, because that would be silly. But because there was quite a bit of debate that whether a requirement in the measurement section, in fact, was a codified requirement on any project. The city's position, which I disagreed with during the public hearing, was that it's not codified. It simply tells you how to measure, and therefore it is up to the city engineer to decide that anyway. So this is a change to say, if you don't understand that, let us put it in writing, the way we've been operating, so that everybody understands that there is discretion in how it's actually applied.
And what my motion says is we don't want that discretion.
Yeah. And the city will say, the language that we have gives the city engineer the discretion right now. You don't read it that way, but we do. So the city says it already has that. They're just adding language now so that everybody can understand it better.
That's fine. But if we don't agree with that, we have the right to make that statement.
Yeah, of course. But just so you understand.
Yeah, no,
Jamie, will you fill out your?
Trust me, I've been down there.
Let Mr. Merten comment, since it's his.
Will you state your motion again here? You oppose the.
For the third and last time, because I'm losing my voice.
Okay.
The motion is to oppose the proposed change to number 24 and to require that we continue with the existing visibility triangle requirements.